talk through email marketing. So, or some of the prospecting methods that y'all use. I don't know of too many, and Rising Stars, I don't know if you have either, right? Where they're utilizing cold email marketing to generate interest and leads for health insurance conversations. That's cool. I like that.
I think anything you can do to get the word out, whether it's email marketing, we can buy data very inexpensively where people have opted in, and we can send out, bulk email. We do a lot of, I know people when they hear this, they say, yeah, it's a slow grow to do things organically. That word organic to me means slow grow. I disagree. If you go around town, we have an agent in Dallas, his name's Jeff, and he was writing a lot of business last year. And I asked him, I said, Jeff, what are you doing to write so much business? And he said, it's simple, man. Everywhere I go, I ask them, hey, who does your health insurance? It's like lighting a match to a stick of dynamite to a fuse, because they'll tell you all that you want to know and then more. If you do that with life insurance, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking life insurance. We do write life insurance. Sure. But if you begin the conversation that way, people run. But if you mention health insurance, he said, when I go to the dry cleaners, when I go to pick up my car from maintenance, when I'm in a cafe or a diner and somebody's waiting on him, he said, I ask him. He says, it's real simple. And it's not real threatening. It's not too forward, but he says, I'll just ask him, hey, who does your health insurance? Almost like he's polling them or trying to get some feedback. And he writes a ton of business doing just that.
Crazy.
Quite amazing.
That's a pretty simple prospecting method, but some people are scared to do that, Yeah. I mean, what success have you noticed with the agents that work with y'all on the health insurance side? Like, what are they doing? They're probably not all doing email marketing. They're probably not all just talking to random people. What's some of the things that they're doing to find some success?
A lot of it is a lot of referrals. It's amazing. People really will provide referrals because we have an agent, Ty Lawson's worked with me. I got him licensed in 1995. Again, I'm dating myself, but Ty started with us in 1995. I helped him get his license. And he has church friends that just he's written one, then it leads to another one, then another, then another. And it's because it's word of mouth. So they're sharing that with each other. My son has done very well working through P&C agencies. That is a great market because they don't want to mess with health insurance. Okay. I mean, most of them don't. I'd say 80% of them are, I'm just kind of guessing, but somewhere in there, he'll build relationships with them, and, they want to write, home and auto, and they're not as excited about health insurance. I don't know. I know there's a lot of agents here that you probably get a lead for something that maybe, you could write it, but it's not really what you do every day. And they kind of want to get it off their plate. And that's what we find with P&C agencies. And recently he just wrote a fairly large group from one because they have business owners that have their business insurance through those P&C agencies. So that has worked very, very well.
That's cool. What's the, let me see, actually Marina said, exactly, I cross-sell a lot from health insurance. Moon said, I agree, health insurance is complex, but I find it easier to build rapport because most people are shopping around it for every open enrollment. The Great Resignation has helped with selling health as well. Yeah, I love it. That's Ultimate Agent Moon Thomas, okay? With her big old smile right there, right? What have you, so this group of Rising Stars is, and if you guys have questions, feel free to jump in today. I want to make sure that we are, AJ says P&C agent in California. If any health agents want to connect, reach out to me. Okay. All right, there you go. You're already connecting people, William, man, just by jumping in, right? So these are Rising Stars. Majority are in their first several years. They're finding some success or they're struggling. Some even have some teams and agencies and are doing well, right? So it's a mix. Either way, they're on the rise, right? What advice would you give to a rise? Let's just say there's an agent out there that is struggling with what product to sell.
Right.
They're newer to the space. There's a lot of options. They think they want to do this and they want to do that, and they want to do that. And when they really need to, especially for a while, they need to niche down a little bit, right? At least from a prospect pool, like who do you want to help, right? What advice would you give there?
What I see a lot of is agents who are not captive, and I assume most of the folks on this call are not captive agents. I spent 7 years as a captive agent when I first started, and I loved the company that I started with, but it got sold out. New leadership came in, and man, I didn't know what to do. And it was frustrating. New products, the products changed. And I was really caught kind of, on my heel. I was like, holy moly, what do we do now? And I decided, you know what? I'm going to leave this captive world. I'm going to blaze my own trail. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do things my way. But I didn't know where to begin. I was scared to death. I had a family, mortgage, all that stuff, and I was like, it's like the carpet had been jerked out from under my feet. My wife kept telling me, hey, we need to move on because, this isn't working. This isn't working. And so what I did is I started brokering out, finding companies, products, and so forth. But I got too much. Okay. I got way too much stuff, and somebody'd call or I'd meet somebody and they'd want some sort of product. And I'd say, yeah, I got that. But it'd take me half a day figuring out, okay, what's the underwriting, where's the application? How do I do this? It wasn't efficient. And what I see is a lot of agents work like that. They work kind of like a baseball catcher, in that if a prospect comes by and wants something, I'm going to grab them and sell them. Well, that's very inefficient. Okay. And what I also learned about most of those prospects is they're just tire kickers. Okay. I'd spend half a day getting all that information, getting the rates and sharing it with them. And they'd say, okay, that sounds great. I'll let you know, see you later. And they don't lead to sales necessarily. And I see a lot of agents doing that. The best agents, at least the best agents we've got, we work virtually, all virtual, pretty much. 90% of what we do is virtual. We sell people all over the country. We have agents all over the country, and the best agents learn how to really focus and learn and become it's almost like, how I like to kind of analogize it to like when Henry Ford started the assembly line. Man, they could crank out the Model T just left and right because they knew exactly what they were doing. It was extremely inefficient. They became dominators of the market. And That's what these agents are like. Our top 3 agents write hundreds of thousands. One guy wrote close to 2 million last year in premium, just him, not a team, himself. And so that is really important. He makes a lot of money, but also what he does is he puts that money back into the business. And that's really important. I think a lot of people think, I just want to make a lot of money and, sit on the beach. I got news for you. It's probably not going to work out that way. What's going to happen is you're going to get excited and want to do more, but what you need to do is put some of that money back into your business. And the key to doing that correctly is figuring out how to use those dollars and how to build your business and to be efficient. And so efficiency, I think, is really, really important. It doesn't mean you can't write another product, but if you got someone you work with, like a partner, in your agency or something, make them like the person that, help them become kind of the expert at that product. If you don't, if it's something you don't want to focus on.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there. So we've had a lot of unlicensed agents finding us, following our stuff, or newly licensed, just joining the business, and you're thinking like, dude, what is the life insurance career like? What's an insurance career like overall? Well, I want you to think about the vision.